Shocking things have happened with Shiba Inu today. Shytoshi Kusama is finally back. However, something odd has been observed in his presence. But here's something even crazier. Billions have been moved in less than 24 hours. And this left people wondering, is this the start of the dream rally for Shiba Inu? Or is this something else? And why am I being so excited about it? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Shiba Inu just pulled a surprising move today. A quick correction that had some people raising their eyebrows. But guess what? It didn't take long before it started climbing right back up, slowly but surely recovering throughout the day. And here's where things get crazy. Even if you zoom out and look at the whole week, Shiba Inu is still sitting at some of its highest levels. It's up around 7%, holding strong despite the little dip. This just goes to show how much strength there is behind Shiba Inu right now. The energy in the community? Absolutely electric. Holders aren't panicking. They see the bigger picture. Investors? They're not just confident, they're excited. This isn't just another pump and dump situation. This is real momentum, built on solid support and belief in where Shiba Inu is heading. This kind of action screams bullish. Shiba Inu isn't just holding the line. It's setting the stage for something even bigger. The community is stronger than ever, and confidence is through the roof. If this is how Shiba Inu moves after a correction, imagine what happens when the real breakout begins. Now, here's the thing. One analyst broke down what's really happening with Shiba Inu's chart, and at first glance it might seem like a wild ride. In just a few hours, Shiba Inu lost over 15% of its value, an abrupt drop that caught a lot of traders off guard. Just earlier this week, things were looking incredibly strong. It had broken through key resistance, momentum was building, and whale activity was picking up. Everything seemed lined up for a bigger breakout. But then, the momentum cooled off. Shiba Inu pulled back from its recent high and is now hovering near an important support zone. If it holds, this could be the setup for the next leg up. Some technical indicators, like the RSI, show a dip in momentum. But here's what the bears aren't telling you. This kind of shakeout is completely normal before a major move. Every strong rally needs a breather, and Shiba Inu has proven time and time again that it doesn't stay down for long. Smart investors see this as an opportunity. The community is still buzzing, whales are still making moves, and Shiba Inu is still holding higher than it was just weeks ago. This is the kind of setup that keeps traders on their toes because when sentiment flips, it flips fast. A bounce from here could be explosive, and anyone underestimating Shiba Inu right now might be in for a surprise. Now, wait. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Did you know? Shytoshi Kusama is finally back. After what felt like an eternity of silence, he suddenly resurfaced. But here's the catch. Something about this is off. His return wasn't just a simple, hey, I'm back moment. His actions were strange. Almost too calculated, too mysterious. Want to know the full details? Well, I've got everything you need to know, but I'm saving that for later in the video. So make sure you stick around until the end because, trust me, you don't want to miss this. But first, let's hear about what the devs just dropped today. The Shibarium Updates account on X just shook up the entire Shiba Inu community with a post that mentioned Ryoshi, the legendary, almost mythical creator of Shiba Inu. If you remember, Ryoshi disappeared into the shadows back in 2022, just like Bitcoin's Satoshi Nakamoto, leaving the project in the hands of Shytoshi Kusama. And ever since, Shytoshi has been leading the charge, making sure Ryoshi's vision stays alive. But this post wasn't just a random mention, it was a poem. And not just any poem, but one that laid out Shiba Inu's entire ecosystem like a hidden roadmap. It spoke about how Shiba Inu was created for the people, how Bone acts as the backbone, how Leash serves as a mark of exclusivity, and how Treat will play a role in the upcoming Shibarium Layer 3 network. This wasn't just words. This was a statement, a reminder that Shibarium is evolving, that the ecosystem is growing, and that something much bigger is in the works. And the community? They went wild. Even Lucy, Shiba Inu's marketing lead, jumped in, hyping up the message. When you see something like this, it's not just some poetic nostalgia. It's a signal. A sign that the team is gearing up for something huge. Now, tie that back to Shiba Inu's price action. Think about it. This drop we just saw? It's nothing more than noise, a short-term shakeout before the next move. Because when the community is this fired up, when the developers are dropping cryptic hints, and when the ecosystem is expanding like this, the long-term picture is obvious. Shiba Inu isn't just surviving, it's setting up for the next big leap. Now, speaking of huge posts, Shytoshi Kusama is finally back. After what felt like an eternity of silence with rumors swirling that he had disappeared for good, he has finally broken his silence. And not just with any post, but with something so cryptic, it's got the entire Shiba Inu community buzzing. The last time Shytoshi tweeted was way back in February when he talked about new liquidity pools on Shibarium. After that, he was around, sort of, just reposting news here and there. But then, on March 7th, everything stopped. No tweets, no updates, nothing. And that's when the questions started. Where was he? Why was he silent? Was something happening behind the scenes? The community grew restless, and even the Shiba Inu team had to step in twice to reassure everyone. And now, just when people started wondering if he was really gone, Shytoshi finally speaks. But instead of a simple, "I'm back," he drops a Japanese haiku. Footsteps fade, yet souls remain under the same heaven. Now, what does that even mean? It's poetic, sure, but it's also a mystery. Is he saying that, even when he's quiet, he's still watching? Is this his way of telling us that something big is happening behind the scenes? Because if there's one thing we know about Shytoshi, it's that when he speaks, especially after a long silence, it's never random. Every word is intentional, and it usually means something is coming. And here's the crazy part. What if this is the calm before the storm? What if this cryptic message is his way of preparing the community for something massive? Shiba Inu has already been heating up, with big moves happening in the ecosystem, and now, suddenly, Shytoshi is back. That's not a coincidence. Could this mean a price recovery? A breakout? A game-changing announcement? While everything right now is just speculation, one thing is certain. This is big, and if history tells us anything, when Shytoshi drops hints, it usually means Shiba Inu is about to make some serious waves. And here's the crazy part. Right on cue, an analyst stepped in and laid out exactly how Shiba Inu could erase a few zeros from its price. Perfect timing, right? Despite all the ups and downs, there's a growing belief that a major recovery is just a matter of time. Some think it could happen in the next few months, while others believe it's a long-term game. But one thing is clear. People are laser-focused on one magic number, that dream of Shiba Inu hitting a single cent. One analyst, Luckside, made a bold projection last year, estimating that if Shiba Inu continues growing at the pace it has been, it could reach that goal in about 6 years. Just imagine. If it doubles each year, it would be climbing step by step, getting closer and closer. By the end of the decade, it could be knocking on the door of that milestone. And that's just based on steady, predictable growth. If bigger catalysts come into play, mass adoption, token burns, or a surprise rally in the crypto market, it could happen even faster. Right now, with all the recent developments, the return of Shytoshi, the renewed energy in the community, and Shibarium continuing to expand, Shiba Inu isn't slowing down. Now, just to make this even more justifiable, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. One massive metric just dropped today, and it's a game changer. According to fresh data from CoinGlass, Ethereum futures traders have stacked up an enormous amount of Ethereum in open interest, worth well over $20 billion at current prices. That's not just some small uptick. That's a serious show of confidence from investors. So, what does this have to do with Shiba Inu? Well, here's where things get exciting. Historically, when Ethereum gains momentum, altcoins like Shiba Inu tend to follow. It's like a domino effect. Ethereum leads the charge, liquidity starts flowing into the market, and suddenly, other assets start breaking out. This is how altcoin seasons are born. If Ethereum keeps up this pace, it could set the stage for a massive wave of movement across the board. Shiba Inu, with its ever-growing ecosystem and strong community, is in a prime position to ride that wave. We've seen it before. When confidence in Ethereum surges, investors start looking at other opportunities, and meme coins with utility like Shiba Inu become hot targets. This isn't just a random spike in numbers. This could be the early signs of something much bigger. If momentum keeps building, we might just be on the verge of another explosive run for the crypto market, and Shiba Inu is sitting right at the heart of it. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Shiba Inu update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.